Hi, everyone on YouTube and all the NFL YouTube prognosticators and football fans everywhere. This is Andrew Warren, back here once again, giving you my thoughts for the NFL playoff divisional rounds and my pick for the conference championship games for the 2022-2023 NFL postseason. Check it out. First off, for my thoughts of the divisional round games, boy, oh boy, that was probably the most craziest divisional round games I've seen in a very long time. Especially for my case, of course. Well, for my case, I went 4-0 against straight up and against the spread on that throughout. Against the spread throughout. Now for that, for against the spread for a straight up overall in the year, I'm 162. Hold on. What? Yeah, I'm 107. Oh, excuse me, right here. I'm one. Hold on. Whoop. Yep. Oh yeah, excuse me, my bad. I'm 162.95 in 2 overall of the year. I misread the wrong scoreboard statute. I'm sorry. That's with against the spread. I'm 111, 135 in 2 overall in the year with 3 more games left to go. So no way I'm going to catch up on the against the spread. But very good accomplished. Definitely makes up for ground for definitely what I did for the regular season for against the spread. It was a little struggle with that. As for the over and under, I went the complete opposite. I went 1-3. Against the spread, only nailing one. Only missing the, only got right as the San Francisco and Dallas game, which is the only one I got right. The rest, not so much. But anyways, that being said, still a pretty good week straight up against the spread. Definitely made up ground for the against the spread this year. So I'm pretty proud of that. I'm very proud of this week too. Definitely want to 4-0 against straight up and against the spread. That was pretty a solid job for me. So, anyways, that's good. That's good. So, anyways, yeah, for my thoughts about for the games last week, Kansas City and Jacksonville, boy, that was a great fight in the end for Jacksonville. Didn't go through enough in the end, which was Jacksonville's case. They should be very proud of what they accomplished this year. This is an amazing accomplishment this year, and I think no matter what, for the NFL awards for the next couple weeks, I think personally Doug Peterson should get that Coach of the Year award. That was a great coaching job for Doug Peterson, especially what they went through, especially the last half of the year when they just kept winning. And it's really that was a really fun team to watch. Really a fun team to watch, and I definitely think they're going to be a good contender team in the next few years to come. So anyways, that being said, for the Kansas City game, problem there, Patrick Mahomes' injury. He has an ankle injury, but he definitely is going to play for the conference championship game. So let's see how it goes. Definitely going to be looking forward to that. For the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles just put a spanking on the New York Giants. Just outsmoked them by the run game, and it was not even close. In Cincinnati and Buffalo, wow. It looked like Cincinnati was on a mission. They were definitely on a mission this year for what they were accomplished after what happened in the Super Bowl last year. Just missing it. Just lost by 3 in that game. And they're probably sending a message like, yeah, you're sleeping on us again. Here we are again. Now, Cincinnati's going for the 2nd championship game in a row. Obviously, it was against Kansas City. Now they're having a rematch from last year's conference championship game. This should be a really good one to watch on that one. San Francisco and Dallas. All I get to say for San Francisco, yeah, good for San Francisco. They had a great defensive game. But on that last drive for Dallas, my mind kept thinking, what the heck happened? What was Mike McCarthy thinking or whatever, whoever's idea plan that was? That was just probably one of the most boneheaded plays since the Malcolm Butler play. Hate to say that. Pretty much. But that being said alone, that play alone sets up Dallas to go home, and San Francisco has a trip to the NFC Championship game in Philadelphia this week. So it comes down to this. The 2 teams, the Philadelphia Eagles and San Francisco for the NFC Championship side, and the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs on the AFC Championship side. So who will prevail? We'll find out. Alright, we're going to kick things off in the NFC Championship game with the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Now, this game is going to be a great defensive game. These 2 teams are coming in with great defenses. But, this is going to be all fun and games out in the end. I don't know what's going to come out in this one. This is a big test for Brock Purdy. So, Mr. Irrelevant, this is a really big test for him. if he can knock out Philadelphia, this could be a really good pedestal for Brock Purdy, saying, yeah, I belong in this league. But anyways, continuing on. Philadelphia's point, Jalen Hurts in the defense. They had a great solid run on the defense, and Jalen Hurts was no slouch either. He threw a couple of touchdown passes, so that was pretty good overall. But as for Brock Purdy, I was not much impressive with him last week. Nothing against him personally, but he got the job done. But I think it was more of the defensive side that got San Francisco to go that win. So I think going into that game, it's going to come down whoever has the... No matter who's going to come down with the best... I'm going to say the best defense to win the game, who are going to win the line of scrimmage. It's probably going to win down the game. So this is going to be a really, really good game to watch. I really think this is going to be a good one in the end. I don't expect to be so much low... I don't count Philadelphia pounding the San Francisco 49ers in this game. I think they're going to count on a really tough football game, considering what they did with the New York Giants. I think overall in the year, I think this is going to be a really close matchup. I really think this is going to come down to the defense, whoever going to win the line of scrimmage in this game. Honestly, I really personally think it's going to be the Philadelphia Eagles in this one. San Francisco, don't get me wrong. San Francisco's been relying on the defense all year, but truth be told, I think Philadelphia is going to come up on top in this one. It's the reason why I say that, Philadelphia's run game just came out solid in this one, and I expect they can do that the same in this game as well. It's going to be a close matchup, but I think Philadelphia's going to take the cake in this one, and they're going to be your NFC champions going into Super Bowl this year, which I do believe it's... Super Bowl 57. So I got the Philadelphia Eagles over the San Francisco 49ers in this game. Philadelphia is going to be your NFC in Super Bowl 57. On the line, though, Philadelphia's favored by 2.5 in this game. I'm going to take Philadelphia minus 2.5 in this game. Consider it's getting too close to my margin on this one. I think it can go either way. Over and under, it's 46. I'm going to shoot for under 46 in this game. Considering how both defenses played in this game, I consider it's going to be a low-scoring matchup on this one. Anyways, continuing on. The Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs, the rematch of the AFC Championship game last year, and, of course, my early prediction this year for them. And as I expected in this one, I think I said in my early prediction in this one, I did put, the only difference in that from my early predictions, if you guys remember, I did put in Cincinnati number 1 and Kansas City number 2 in this one. But in this case scenario, in reality, tide's reversed. It is Cincinnati number 2 and Kansas City number 1 in this game. That means it's in Arrowhead this year, considering it was in Cincinnati last year. Anyways, continuing on from this, I think this is going to be another good matchup between Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes. But the slight edge in this one is Patrick Mahomes' injury. Essentially, he likes to run the ball sometimes. It's probably not going to be doing much on that one. It's probably going to be a cost in the game on that one for Kansas City. Not a cost in the game, but it could be a slight held back, you can say the least, by Kansas City. And for Cincinnati's case, they did it. They beat Buffalo without their offensive line. They were like 3 offensive line. They were out. And sure enough, they did a solid job protecting Joe Burrow last week. So I was pretty impressed about that offensive line, how they handled it. They stepped up to the plate while their injuries were stepped on over there. And they stepped up again in the for the Cincinnati Bengals in Buffalo. This was a very, very good protection job for Joe Burrow. And I think this is going to be a good stepping stone for them, for Cincinnati on that one. But definitely, I can see Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase going to throw it all over the field in this game. Considering how Kansas City's defense is pretty good this year, Cincinnati's defense is no joke either. This is going to be a very good matchup, but I expect it to be a lot high flying numbers in this game too. Seeing Patrick Mahomes throwing it in his arm, I think this is going to really make this game really close. I think this is going to be a really close matchup in this game as well, but I expect it to be a lot of good numbers in this game. But going into this game, I think this is going to be a really, really solid big quarterback battle in this one. Just like I said, the slight difference in this one is Patrick Mahomes' mobility. This is going to be a very, very big problem for Patrick Mahomes with that ankle injury. He had to step out during the game, though. He had to come back for the game for Jacksonville, if you remember. But this is going to be a very, very coin flip game. I was really deciding on that for the past few days, but I made my commitment to now. So I think this game, I think Cincinnati has a lot more to prove than Kansas City does. I think in Cincinnati's case, though, they're trying to make a point. Yeah, we were no slouch last year, and now you're calling us slouch again this year. Now we're back in the AFC Championship game. Honestly, I think they have more work to do. I think they want to redeem themselves after what happened a year ago in the Super Bowl. And I think this is my case scenario on this one. So as for my pick, I'm taking the Cincinnati Bengals over the Kansas City Chiefs in this game. And it was a coin flip game. I had to decide which one, but I had to go with Cincinnati in this game. It's one of those too close to call games, and I still think it is. So, like I mentioned, I'm picking the Cincinnati Bengals over the Kansas City Chiefs in this game. On the line, though, Cincinnati is favored by 1.5 points in this game. That is surprising for Kansas City, considering Kansas City is really good at home. They had one underdog home loss this year, and that was against Buffalo. So, yeah, they're 0-1 against when they're the underdogs this year. So I think this is going to be a very, very close matchup too. Can't say much about this game other than that, but I think it's going to be a lot closer game in this one. So I like Cincinnati win. I definitely like Cincinnati to cover the spread too. And the over and under, I'm thinking it's going to go over 46. I think they can put up some good numbers despite Patrick Mahomes' injury. So I think they're going to shoot for the over 46 in this one, and I think it's going to be a very close matchup. So, again, I got Philadelphia over San Francisco. Philadelphia minus 2.5 and under 46. And for the AFC Championship game, I got the Cincinnati Bengals over the Kansas City Chiefs. And I got the Cincinnati Bengals minus 1.5. And I got over 46. So, ladies and gentlemen, representing the Super Bowl from the NFC side, I got Cincinnati. And for the second year in a row, I think Cincinnati's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. Okay, Shoutout this week is my good old buddy, Matt the NFL Fanatic. You can check him out in the rest of the NFL YouTube prognosticator page in the description down below. And until then, this is Andrew Warren signing off, saying I'll see you guys in a couple weeks in the Super Bowl pick. And good luck to your conference championship picks this week. And rock out and eat your breakfast.